not gonna lie, my mood isn't gonna be completely up at the sky and joyful and none of that. If you follow me on social media, which is why I'm assuming you're even here, you have gotten the update that Dad was in the hospital, still is. He had a stroke, and his left side is affected. I didn't know that when you have a stroke, whatever side of the brain gets affected, the other side of the body suffers. Like, who knows these things? Anyway, there's something about sitting on the other side of the world while these things are happening, and you feel so helpless, because it's not like I can just teleport and be there, or it's not like I'll become a millionaire yet, so I can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna book the first class ticket and go, or I'll just put you in a private hospital, which would be preferred considering the healthcare system in Jamaica is so fucking trash. The amounts of messages that I have gotten of people who have terrible, heartbreaking experiences with having their loved ones at the hospital. I know it's shared in love. I know it's shared because, you know, they relate to what I'm going through, but it terrifies me. It's not like I don't want people to stop sharing, because I really want to use my platform to talk about these issues. So it's not that. It's just that obviously it's going to terrify me, because I'm hearing about how bad and sad their situation has been, and how much their loved one has suffered. And I'm just sitting here in Norway on the other side of the world, and I'm not really able to do anything but pray and raise money and try to work out a million ways that I can get there and support him, and how the journey going forward is obviously going to be painted with health, financial stuff. Also, like, he's not a young man anymore. No, sorry, Dad. So it is something about when your health declines when you are older, it takes longer to recover. The workload that you're able to take on has to be, you know, adjusted. And when you have bills and a house and a car to take care of, and mortgages and loans and life, sustaining life in itself, and you have responsibilities, like, how are you supposed to sustain those responsibilities when you don't have the energy, the health to go out and work as hard as you did when you were younger? So all of these things are running through my mind now of what I can do. And I made a GoFundMe, which is something I thought I'd never do, because I'm so used to trying to figure things out myself, and it takes a lot of me to ask for help, because I feel very vulnerable. I feel, it kind of feels like, man, I'm gonna be so transparent right now. All right, so it kind of feel like I'm failing. Like, I should be able to do all this by myself. I should be at a different place in my life right now where I'm able to just make it rain. I should be in a place where I don't have to lean on other people for things. Like, that's what that little voice is telling me. I know, like, logically that's not true, and I know that in human history that's not how we've done things. Like, community over everything. That's how we survived, that's how we thrived, that's how we, you know, got to where we are right now. And yet there's this little voice whispering in my ears, talking nonsense, and that voice needs to shut up, because it's it's exhausting. But at that point I was just like, I don't know what else to do. And I know everyone is going through such a personal hard time. Like, these, ooh, it's so expensive. Like, if you're just regular schmegular working a regular schmegular job. Things are expensive. Mortgages, payments, everything, groceries, like all of it is so expensive. And I understand that people have their own lives and their own families to worry about and take care of and provide for, and their own internal mental battles. Like, I know that there's just so much happening. There's just one thing after another we're supposed to have the energy for, to try to fix or help. So I also know that the world is going through so much. Obviously, everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own issues and mountains to climb. So there's something about, I don't like feeling like a burden. I don't like feeling like I need to ask for help. Like, the one that I go and ask for help to is God. And I think in these moments, this is where he teaches me the most, because I know that God uses other people to bless, to teach, to honor, to help, to, all these things. And if my lesson here is to be vulnerable, to seek my community, to let it be known what is needed, because one thing I'm realizing is, how is anyone gonna help you if they don't know that you need help? Hey, I feel like I'm still in a school. Let me alert me, I still don't take exam right now. If my community that loves, supports, and shows up for me every single day don't know what I'm going through, how are they going to make a decision to help or to share or to send prayers? I've gotten so many prayers. I've had people sending so many DMs, so many comments. I've had the one lady, I felt like I was in church at the synagogue. Like, she was preaching, she was praying with such conviction. Like, my whole body felt tingly by just the words, the prayers, the energy that she was sharing in her voice note. And she also sang a beautiful song. And I've cried so much the last 48, 72 hours, whatever it is, what is time. And how are people supposed to show up for you like that if they not even know say you need somebody to do that? Like, how them are gonna make the decision to show up or donate or send a prayer or share, comment, and understand the urgency of the situation if you never make them know say that I go on? If I don't let y'all know what is happening in my life, then how are you guys going to know that I need some love and support right now? And I am learning so much. It's really humbling me, it's grounding me, it's taking me by such wave to see how I'm gonna start crying. To see how people that haven't met me physically show up for me and my family and what I need in the moment. People that I consider to be long lost cousins now are just sending me so much love. And if I never actually open up and express that, then how would they know that that's what I needed in the moment? I'm sorry, someone never go bad for this. And I've said for the longest time, anyone can have a following, anyone can go viral, anyone can like do that, but not many people can actually build a community. There's been over 100 people donating to help my family and for me to get there. Like, over 100 people. If 100 people were in this room right now, there would not be any space. There wouldn't be space for 100 people here. And imagine if like 100 people came to you and hugged you and spoke life over you, and even gave you like if you saw the physical amount of money that people are willing to give, even if it's like it's not much, but it's everything they have to give. That is the most heartwarming thing ever, because it's really like, if you have a lot, giving like a bit isn't, you're not gonna feel it. It's like, these are my regular people, regular jobs, people with their own issues, own bills, all everything that is coming together and giving what they can out of love and compassion. And it's like, when you don't have a lot and you still give, it just shows you the true value and meaning of community and family and unity. And people are generally good. Like, I know we see, oh, Jesus Christ, I know we're flooded on social media with the negative, with the polarization, with the left and right and this and that and whatever. Like, there's so much focus on the bad, and I'm learning so much about the good. I'm learning so much about allowing people to speak life over me, and to show me love, to pray. Like, I've had religion. I've had people saying that they are in the area. If my dad needs anything, they can go and check on him. I've had air hostess. What is it called? Asonia? Air hostess? Aso? Oh, I don't know. Asking if they can offer their buddy pass to me in regards to certain dates. I've had doctors reach out to me that has connections with the hospital to offer like help and guidance, or for reaching out to the doctors that are there. Like, people are finding so many ways to contribute with what they can, and their gifts and their abilities and their and prayers, and it's really humbling. And it makes me very hopeful. It makes me very hopeful, and it reminded me of the very reason why I have worked so hard, why I personally have sacrificed so much. Like, the very reason that I've been able to keep going, even in moments where I felt like, no, I don't want to go. Like, there's no point of continuing. In moments where I'm just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, we can't bother with this. I am so over it. You know, in the moments of like despair, when you're just like, fuck that. This is reminding me of how much power it is in unity, and that I never want to be in the situation where I cannot help, that I cannot take care of my family, that I cannot help others in these types of situations. Like, I know a lot of things on social media is so superficial. I know a lot of people do certain things just for like 100 cars and blings that overweighs their necks. I mean, they're crooked. Like, and it's fine if you want to spend your money that way. I'm not judging now. Like, go off, wear your bling, go jump from cars. I don't give a shit what you want to spend your money on. But I'm just saying, I know that a lot of people do certain things just for money, just for the status of money. And I am being reminded by my core reasons for going so hard, for regardless of the situation, keep going, keep having faith, keep praying, keep pushing through, even when there's no evidence in that particular moment that anything is going to work out. Down to my very last dollar, still like, okay, we got to keep going. If it's God's will, it's on God's bill, you know. Like, I'm being reminded and being recentered in the focus of why I have ever done anything. And even if I've stumbled and fallen and been wrong about certain things, the core reason, my guiding star, for the Lord, has been to be able to have the freedom and the ability to take care of my people and my community, and be able to give back and show up, and to have my life be a living, breathing testimony of God and miracles and Jesus, hold on. Yeah, sorry, I had to blow my nose and kept freaking crying. Yeah, okay, back on it now. Distractions. No, all this whole entire experience have reminded me of why I do what I do. And in the middle of constantly building and focusing on each step, trying to figure out ways, trying to maneuver this world, trying to just deal with life itself, the very essence of it, the very trials and tribulations that comes up with it. In between creating content, creating art, creating self, it's easy to not always remember your North Star, because I'm so focused on the tasks of what I'm doing. I'm so focused in the moments and the problem solutions, all of that. And I know that I stress a lot about it because it is something that weighs really heavy on my mind. Because I know a lot, like I know so many people that I want to help. I know so many people that I want to take care of. I know that I really want to set up my life and my future children's life in a way that they never have to worry about what I have to go through. Like I will have to teach them how to like handle money and how to be responsible with it, and how to like, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. And I don't want to have to sit in a situation where I cannot instantly jump on a plane or instantly put my dad in a freaking private hospital, because I know that the public hospitals is absolute trash in Jamaica. I will make a separate long rant about that very problem, especially after I get there. But all of this is to say that being real, vulnerable, and allowing people in is teaching me so much about the things that I want to do when I am in a different position. It's teaching me to it's teaching me and reminding me about what it is to really be human in a world that's so desanitized by stress and war and sex and drama and violence. Separation. Like the being reminded of the core human value of love and unity is giving me faith. It is giving me even more purpose. It is giving me more fuel, more energy. Like even if I've been like yesterday, I was so drained, bro. But it like spiritually, in my spirit, it is reminding me, in my heart, it is reminding me, it is like giving me a life force back to go harder yet trust more, to let soul and heart guide and lead more, because I know that's what's necessary. And I don't know what God wants to use me for in this moment, in this lesson, in this thing that is showing up in my life right now as a problem, as a thing to overcome, as a thing to learn from. I don't know where exactly he's taking me, if it's to use me as a voice for people, if it's use me to be more of a bridge. That was also, that's one other thing I really want to do. I want to unite two worlds. I want to be a bridge for people and community and country and cultures and mindsets, really. I don't know which arena or platform or where this is going to take me, and I don't know what God knows. Thank him, because that would be too much. But I don't know where this will take me, and I don't know where we're going with this, but I know that this is just the start of something new. I don't know what it is, so I don't know what the new thing is. I just know it's start of something new. So we're gonna have to see how this unfolds. but I also want to take the time to clarify some things, because I know a lot of people ask me like, oh, is it your biological dad? Are you mixed? La, 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 la. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just mixed with greatness. Boy. But no, he's my stepfather. But that is a man that has raised me. That is the man that has been in my life constantly and checking on me. Even if when I wasn't in Jamaica for many, many years, he still calls me and checks on me. When I came down there, I still stayed in his house. Even if him and mommy were divorced, I still stayed with him. When I ended up in some Ross trouble, he's the one who helped me fix it. When when my dirty waste man boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, let me say ex because I'm one right now, um keep my phone from me, like, if you keep my things away from me, dirty boy. Anyway, when he refused to even back my phone for days, days, daddy was the one who drove me to go for it, to help me go get it, and support me, calling and checking me every week, come and pick me up at the airport. That that's the man that I apologize to for being a fucking brat in my teenage years, in my rebellious phase. Like, we've been through a lot together, and just because him and mommy got divorced and I wasn't there for a long time, that's still my daddy, and to know what he's going through right now and I'm not there, it's difficult. And like getting information, because I have to get there through my auntie, because legally now, when him and mommy is not married, I don't have like family privilege to just like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Everything comes through auntie. She was the one who told me, actually. Like, I know he is going through it. He is such a proud man, such a hardworking man. He's a man, so obviously being vulnerable, and I know he doesn't want to worry me. So auntie told me, and the crazy thing was, and I didn't even realize that until I was in bed night, going to tomorrow, like, no, to yesterday. I had a thought earlier the week where, and I didn't even know where that thought came from. It was so random. Well, I guess it wasn't. I thought to myself, like, if something happens to him, who is going to tell me no? Like, I hope auntie calls me and tells me that she will get the information so she can show me if something happens. Little did I know that something was happening. It was like my soul knew and telling me. And then I was like, that's such a silly thought, because like nothing is gonna happen. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, that is alright. Like, I talked to him not too long ago. He's like in the streets, working, hustling, like doing what he's supposed to do. And I always tell him, like, hey, keep safe on the road. I didn't know that, like, my spirit was basically just feeling it before I even knew it, before the news came to me. So, no, he's not my biological father, but we can have a discussion about what is considered family if y'all want. I didn't grow up like everyone. Like, who the fuck knows what growing up normal is, to be so for real and so honest. Like, who the fuck knows that? Who can tell me that this is a recipe for total normalcy in this day and age? I grew up the way I grew up. I have family that is extended. When I was like a child, when mommy would go on our travels, I stayed with extended family. Like, my grandparents are from the north. That's like a minute away from the capital. So I have a lot of like extended family and like aunts and uncles and cousins that I stayed with, like cousins who are not your cousins, aunties who's not your aunties, you know. My biological dad wasn't in my life growing up, and I made a whole video explaining all of that. I like my girlfriends are my sisters to me. That's my sisterhood. To me, like family is not just tied by blood. I didn't grow up just considering blood ties family. My mom was adopted. I don't know her biological parents. Mommy was adopted by the sweetest people on earth. That's my grandfather right there. May his memory be a blessing. It is. So I don't know how anyone else was raised. I'm not saying my way or my life experience is the right way, or declaring it the all or whatever for people to understand it. I'm just sharing my testimony, my experience, my world, my perspective. So that's my dad. I have my biological dad in my life, but we are working on reconnecting. I talk to my stepdad way more than I talk to my biological dad, because it's not like we are working on our relationship, but it cannot be forced because there's just so much there. But with like daddy, I just really want to help him as much as I can, and I know like this is just a start. Oh, Jesus Christ, be a balling. I know that this is just a start of what he's gonna need, which is making me want to go harder on my things and promote more of my things, and not be afraid to ask for help. It's making me even more motivated to be able to be more at home in Jamaica, like I was before, but that was for my reasons of I just want to be there because that's where I energetically resonate more. That's where that's just home. But now it's also so I'll be able to actually help out physically and be there and support him and help cover bills, because boy, Jamaica is expensive. Certain things are more expensive in Jamaica than it is in Norway. FYI. And Norway is one of the most expensive countries. So I don't even do fuck. So that Jesus Lord Christ. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna ball. Somebody comes like, oh, stop the bawling, we have you, like my angels are so they're so sweet. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm an emotional gangster, okay? I'm an emotional baby. I cry for everything. I will cry for it all, especially when it comes to this, because this is so close to my heart. So sorry. I saw you go. But anyway, I just wanted to take y'all with me through this experience that is happening right now. What's going on? Because I'm learning that if I am going to stand on my calling, it is to let people in, even if that sometimes is scary. Being vulnerable, it can be scary. But this is where I got to know the difference between the world and community. Those who get it and those who don't, that's just going to be a part of it. That is a price I'm going to have to be willing to pay, which I am, but it is like working through it. So instead of just working through it alone internally, I'm going to bring you along the ride. That, yeah, I'm giving up about that and having a bed. Yeah. So I'm looking at tickets right now. I have applied for the visas to pass through the countries that I need to. So that's good. The funds that they're supposed to come in now. Technically, I would have the money to go, and for my plane ticket, and for me to stay, like a place to stay. But I don't have it's not enough for me to actually make a difference. Like I cannot cover any of his bills. If I go, then I can go for a week and it's just gonna be my presence, which I'm not saying that's not a good thing. I'm just saying like I know that I'm gonna also need some funds to actually help out in ways. So I am hoping that there's gonna be some more donations, and I'm gonna try to figure out some more things with like work or things that I can take on or respond. Like I don't know. Like I don't. As I go, I'm trying to figure it out. But as of now, that's where we're at. I'm looking at tickets, trying to figure out what days, trying to like figure out with my work and my job and everything. So that's it. I'm gonna also make a donation thing in Norwegian so that I'm, leaning on this side of the world as well, because right now everything is international. I know like my angels are everywhere. My angels are spread out amongst the world. But I don't usually lean on the Norwegian part of my community because it's not really that big. I've always focused on international. When I was focusing on the Norwegian, it was, and that's not to throw away my Norwegian angels or not, love on y'all. It's just Norway for me is like moving in quicksand. That's how it feels. Connecting here is quicksand for me. And my angels here have known me for years. It's people that actually know me and met me physically. It's not just because you found me online. Most of them. So it's harder, but that doesn't mean that there aren't people who are willing to help here, and that doesn't mean that I cannot open the door for that connection. So what came up for me from God was asking for help will get you further than pride ever will. So when it comes to helping my family and doing what I can, I will ask for the help, and I will let this teach me to lean on community globally and also wherever I am physically. So that's the update. That's where we are. That's the situation. Obviously, I'm going to bring everyone along and keep you updated. I just updated the GoFundMe page. Like, I've never made one, so I didn't know you could do that, but it's a update. So I gave the update of what's going on now. And if you feel called to, all my links are everywhere. I will add everything in the bio. I also want to point out that if there is not a financial donation that you're able to give, liking stuff helps. Like following people that you resonate with and that you want to help, like following them and liking and sharing their content gives them the opportunity to get sponsorships or working deals that can help them. I think it's after 1,000 people on YouTube that you can monetize on ads and whatever. So following your people, and not just me, so like I'm just speaking in general, but if you want to help me and the fam, following me, I think we're at 750 something or 760, I don't know, but following me here gives me a bigger platform so that I can get revenue from ads, so that I again can, so 1 + 1 = 2. So these are non financial ways for you to help out if you feel called to. There's no pressure. It's just if you feel called to. Following, tagging, sharing things. Praying above anything and all, praying. Not everything needs to be a shown declaration of support. God hears you. So if you feel called to, I would ask for a prayer for me and the fam, and for this to go well, for a recovery, for a miracle, for a miracle. So I love you guys. I can sense my energy is dropping. Like, being so emotional is so draining, bro. Jesus, give me strength, please, I beg. I'm a coffee at 10, that's why. All right, I'm gonna keep you all updated. Share if you feel called to. All the links are in the description. And I love you guys. I will tune back in when I can. It's all. I love you. That's all.